What if we could truly step back into the past, to an age when one city dominated global commerce and innovation? During the 1600s, the Dutch Golden Age saw Amsterdam transform into the world's wealthiest metropolis, a hub of artistic genius. For centuries, our only glimpses have been through static prints and sketches. Now, cutting-edge artificial intelligence animates these historical images. This technology transports us directly into that vibrant era, allowing us to witness the 17th-century city that reshaped the world. Our journey begins on the tranquil banks of the Amstel River, near Ouderkerk, just south of Amsterdam, as depicted in 1622. This serene waterscape reveals the very artery of the city, the river from which Amsterdam derives its name and its lifeblood. Families gather by the water's edge, fishermen tend their nets, and small boats glide across the calm surface, just as they did for centuries. Yet, this peaceful landscape would soon give way to rapid urban growth. Amsterdam's escalating wealth led to fortifications and relentless development. We now shift our gaze to the city's edge, to the formidable Haarlemmer Poort, or Haarlem Gate, and its imposing defenses. These massive earthen ramparts and star-shaped bastions were Amsterdam's vital shield, protecting it during a perilous time. The Dutch were embroiled in the 80 Years' War with Spain, fighting for independence, making these walls essential for survival. Notice the windmills dotting the ramparts. Their purpose wasn't to mill grain, but to tirelessly pump water, a vital task for a city below sea level. This engineering triumph, reflected in the saying God created the world, but the Dutch created the Netherlands, defined their constant struggle against the water. By the 17th century, Amsterdam expanded so rapidly that these walls were rebuilt multiple times, creating the iconic concentric canal rings we see today. Moving from the gate, we arrive at the bustling old harbor basin, with the Sint Antoniespoort in the background, a hive of local and regional trade. This old harbor basin, with the Sint Antoniespoort behind it, bustled constantly with small vessels. These were the workhorses of local and regional trade. These weren't ocean-going ships, but barges, fishing boats, and canal boats, vital for keeping the city fed and supplied. Fresh fish from the Zuiderzee, Baltic timber, and Dutch grain all passed through such efficient harbors, showcasing Amsterdam's organizational genius. Goods transferred swiftly from seagoing vessels to canal boats. Now we arrive at the main harbor, its guardhouse standing sentinel. Here, the ocean met the city, as ships from around the world anchored and unloaded precious cargoes. Look at the forest of masts, each representing a fortune. Spices from Moluccas, silk from China, furs from Russia, sugar from Brazil, and Scandinavian timber flowed in. Amsterdam mastered being the middleman, buying low and selling high. The guardhouse symbolized Amsterdam's control. Ships paid fees, underwent inspection, and followed strict regulations. The Dutch East India Company, VOC, founded in 1602, became the world's first multinational corporation and stock issuer. At its peak, the VOC employed nearly 70,000 people, with much of its vast operations flowing directly through this very harbor. Two imposing blockhouses, built in 1651, guarded Amsterdam's southern approach along the Amstel, protecting its wealth from various forces. Facing new challenges, like the impending First Anglo-Dutch War, these blockhouses also served as customs posts, ensuring duties were paid. Despite tensions, trade never ceased. Boats continuously passed between them. The Dutch economy depended on open sea lanes, allowing no disruptions. When winter arrived, this scene transformed. The Amstel froze solid, becoming a recreational haven for merchants and laborers alike, gliding across the ice. Winter festivals on the ice became legendary, highlighting Amsterdam as a living city of joy and community, not just commerce. Our journey ends at the Newmarkt, dominated by the magnificent Vogue, or Way House. This former Sint Antoniespoort was repurposed in 1617 as a public way house and guildhall. This building was where all official commerce took place. Every transaction involving goods by weight, from cheese to spices, was legally verified here. The Vogue ensured fair trade and collected crucial taxes, upholding Amsterdam's commercial integrity. Its upper levels accommodated various guilds, including surgeons, masons, and painters. The Surgeons Guild regularly convened here, making it the renowned setting for Rembrandt's masterpiece, The Anatomy Lesson of Dr. Nicolaes Tulp. The square itself teemed with life, its market stalls offering everything from fresh seafood to exotic foreign imports. The adjacent canal constantly flowed with boats, laden with diverse merchandise. By the mid-17th century, Amsterdam boasted advanced commercial infrastructure, including dedicated merchant courts and a bank for international dealings. Institutions like the Vaag guaranteed standardization and fairness. This unique blend of free market principles and astute regulation provided Amsterdam with a distinct competitive edge in global trade. Leaving the vibrant market behind, we now arrive at the elegant Klaveniersburgwal Canal and the Grand Trippenhuis. Finished in 1662, this was the home of the wealthy Tripp brothers. They profited immensely from arms dealing during the 80 Years' War. This residence vividly showcased Amsterdam's burgeoning wealth, as canal houses were not merely dwellings but architectural marvels proclaiming their owner's success. With its 8 Corinthian columns, the Trippenhuis stood out as remarkably impressive. Its unusual width, a rarity in Amsterdam where canal frontage determined property taxes, highlighted the Tripp brothers' immense wealth and extravagance. Inside, the lavish interior boasted splendid marble halls, ceilings adorned with gold, and invaluable collections of fine art. These canals were a testament to deliberate urban planning. Unlike the winding streets of medieval towns, Amsterdam's 17th-century expansion was meticulously precise, generating thousands of plots for sale to wealthy merchants and aristocrats. Residing in these areas signified one's status among Amsterdam's elite, the regents and merchants who controlled the economy and commissioned portraits from masters like Rembrandt and Vermeer. Now we encounter the Amsterdam Exchange, a structure designed by Hendrik de Keyser and finished in 1611. This building became the very core of global capitalism, effectively inventing the modern financial system. Entering its bustling courtyard, you would find merchants from across Europe and beyond, loudly negotiating deals, exchanging not only physical goods but also company shares, futures, and bills of exchange. This was the world's first modern stock exchange. It enabled the trading of Dutch East India Company shares issued in 1602, providing crucial liquidity. Amsterdam's shrewd merchants innovated further, pioneering short selling, options, and speculative futures, solidifying its place as the undisputed global financial capital by the 1650s. This constant flow of capital allowed investors to retrieve their funds quickly, without the long wait for ships returning from distant lands. Amsterdam's savvy merchants pioneered advanced financial tools, including short selling, options, and speculative futures. This spirit of innovation even led to the world's first significant financial bubble, the tulip mania of 1637, where tulip bulb prices soared to outrageous levels before an inevitable collapse. Remarkably, the exchange welcomed anyone with sufficient capital or credit, irrespective of their social standing. By the mid-17th century, Amsterdam had firmly established itself as the globe's premier financial hub. Our journey now brings us to Dam Square, truly the vibrant heart of Amsterdam. This expansive area, originally a dam on the Amstel River, became the epicenter of civic, commercial, and social activity by the 1600s. Dominating the square is the magnificent former town hall, rebuilt after a 1652 fire and now known as the Royal Palace. Within its walls, burgomasters and council members governed Amsterdam with extraordinary efficiency. Functioning as a republic within the larger Dutch Confederation, Amsterdam held immense sway despite the absence of a king. Indeed, it was said that Amsterdam merchants wear no crowns, but hold the purse strings of kings. Dam Square was a constant hive of activity, perpetually bustling with markets, public announcements, and vibrant festivals. Even occasional public executions took place within its confines. Observe the incredible diversity of its inhabitants. From affluent merchants and sailors returning from the East Indies, to humble servants, soldiers, clergy, and the city's poor. Amsterdam's population dramatically expanded from 50,000 in 1600 to over 200,000 by 1650, transforming it into one of Europe's largest and most vibrant urban centers. Towering majestically above the Western Canal Belt stands the Ouderkerk or Western Church. Its impressive Westertoren spire reached 85 meters, making it the tallest structure in 17th-century Amsterdam and a landmark visible for miles. Completed in 1631 by Hendrik de Keyser, the Ouderkerk exemplifies the peak of Dutch Renaissance architecture. Its prominence, even amidst a city of commercial giants, underscored Amsterdam's commitment to spiritual life and civic pride. As a Protestant church, it reflected the Calvinist faith prevalent after the Dutch revolt against Catholic Spain. Its interior was deliberately austere, eschewing lavish decorations, to focus solely on the Word of God delivered in a dignified, unadorned space. Within these very walls, in 1669, lies the resting place of Rembrandt van Rijn, the celebrated artist. The master who so vividly captured the soul of Amsterdam's golden age now rests beneath the shadow of this magnificent tower. And so concludes our journey through 17th-century Amsterdam. This was a city that, against all odds, rose from the water to transform itself into a true wonder of the world. We plan to create many more of these immersive AI reconstructions, so please share in the comments which historical city you'd like to explore next. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again in the past.